My name is Ella Kate, and I live in Flower Mound with my husband and our two kids. And I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in January of 2018. I had my daughter in late 2009. When she was about 8 months old, I started to have dizzy spells and just really bad fatigue. And my doctor would always say, oh, it's just a virus, it'll pass. So 4 years later, I had my son. I started noticing one summer that I would drop things or have trouble finding words. I started having nerve pain in my legs. My grip strength was off.
When she started dropping things and was complaining about the pain a lot, then it really started to make sense that there was something wrong.
And then I was at a workout, and someone I knew very well, I could not remember their name, looking at them and talking to them. I knew who they were, but all I saw was jumbled up letters. And so I called my doctor that day, and that's when they started the MRIs and all the diagnostic tests. The initial call was from my primary care physician, and he was looking at my MRIs. And when he called, I was actually sitting in my driveway. I had just gotten home, and he said, have you ever heard of the words multiple sclerosis? And I just lost it. I started crying. I've had a lot of procedures to try to get ahead of the nerve pain. Unfortunately, I failed all the nerve pain meds. I had bad reactions to them. The only other options they had to give me were antidepressant meds, which wouldn't work with current medications I was on, or narcotics. But then when you crash off of those, it's hard as a mother to have that come into play when you're trying to raise kids. One of my friends who has MS uses THC, and she lives in Florida, and so I had been watching our legislation here, just waiting, and as soon as it passed, I was on every website I could find, trying to find a doctor that would participate. Finally, there was one that got licensed near us in Arlington. It was worth the time it took and everything else, it was worth it. So in addition to the pain management that it has done for me when nothing else was working, it has helped with a lot of the anxiety. One of the lesions I have is it triggers really bad insomnia, and I've always had to really heavily medicate to sleep. And I've been able to gradually wean down on that medication because when I take my oil at night, it helps me relax naturally, and I can lessen dependence on sleep medication. And I actually had a therapist who, after I had started taking the oils and I'd been taking them for a couple of months, he said, you are so much more relaxed than you used to be. Once the oils got going and once my body started to adjust, I was able to really kind of start to grow again as an athlete and as a mom. I don't feel as tied to the house or a chair or a cane. I'm able to just go and do what I want with my kids. It's not that the symptoms completely disappear, but they are much more manageable, and I'm able to really be there for my kids and take care of myself health-wise much, much more than I did before.